Good morning. Good Motivational Monday morning. I hope this beautiful day finds you extremely well, as always. And I hope that you're full of love and joy this morning and happiness and ready to take on some soul work. That's what this Motivational Monday message is about. It's about the work that we need to do inside and the soul work that needs to happen for all of us to raise the vibrations where they need to be. As I've done these Motivational Mondays, it's been very clear that the reason behind these Motivational Mondays, the purpose, the intention, is for us to have clear direction on a week-to-week basis of information that comes through to help us, to help guide us, to help us find some peace, some solace, some love, and ultimately ourselves. Ultimately our joy, ultimately to create a world around us that is what we want it to be, that of unity and of joy and of peace and of love. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we start truly, truly, truly with ourselves. And that's what this Motivational Monday is about. It's about self-awareness, self-fulfillment, and soul work. I talk about this often, and I talk about it specifically with a lot of the clients that I work with. As I've said before, I am a Reiki master and intuitive healer, meaning that I'm able to tap into energy fields, your energy field, feel what you're feeling, understand that some of the physical things that are happening, the physical things that are happening in our body are also happening to us or have happened to us energetically. And those things are left within our energy field that create pain, sorrows, injuries, different thought processes, sadness when it comes to emotion. Fear is the biggest one. Fear really is the lowest vibration that we can hold on to that truly does create havoc in our bodies. I want to explain that quickly, and then I want to talk about soul work. So what do I mean by things hold on to us energetically and then they affect us physically? Well, I'm going to use the example, the easiest example that I can give you, and the reason that we need to do soul work is, let's think about a heart attack. Let's think about heart center. So when we're stressed, right, or feeling anxiety or frustration or anger, I ask you for a moment to just sit and think about where you feel that emotion. Feel the emotion of stress, anger, frustration. Where do we feel it? We feel it in our chest, right? We feel it in our heart. We lose our breath oftentimes. We can't breathe. We say to people, you need to relax or you're going to give yourself a heart attack. Well, why is that? Because the stress, the anxiety, the frustration, that negative energy is sitting in our heart chakra. And in our energy field, we have the 7 chakras, but it's specifically sitting in our heart. And that's why things like heart attacks happen, or the anxiety that we feel in our chest, or we lose our breath. Our heart races, because that's where the energy, that low vibration, is sitting. So we need to release that. So that's what we really want to talk about today as the message and the direction and the intention for this week. This is going to be an intense week in the US. The inauguration is happening this week. We know that it's creating a lot of fear, a lot of fear. That's really what I talked about a lot this weekend with friends, family, clients, of what's to come this week, that we're just sitting in a lot of fear. And we need to make sure that we hone in on that and we do some soul work about that. And we need to figure out where that fear is coming from, why we have that fear, and how we can release that fear. Because if we stay in that negative low vibration, it's just going to create more negative and low vibrations around us. We're going to perpetuate that instead of bringing up the energy into light and to love and to peace and to calm and love. The bigger picture of that is the soul work that we need to do, is figuring out where we are, where our emotion is coming from, why we feel the way that we feel. See, soul work, again, the message and the intention for this week for us to work on ourselves, is really digging in deep and figuring out who we are before the noise of the world set in. Where does our fear come from? If you can sit in emotion for a moment and just hone in on that, practice it, figure out where that is coming from, where that underlying emotion is coming from. Sit in it, feel it, go through it. That's where soul work comes from. That's when we can truly raise the vibrations of ourselves and then eventually those around us and the world around us. Soul work is incredibly important because it's truly about being honest with yourself. There's nobody else that can go inside of you the way that you can. There's just not. Nobody knows the emotions that you feel. Nobody has been through or had the past experiences that you have. Nobody. The only person that knows those things is you, and you are the person that can handle and deal and help heal those things within you. Yes, others come in, as myself, like a healer. We come in and we figure out, or we help hone in on those moments and those emotions and those things. But the truth of the matter is, if we can just quiet ourselves, we can figure those things out ourselves and get through them. Soul work is not easy. It's feeling the emotions that we need to feel, but not staying stuck in those emotions so that we can release and we can find our true soul purpose. I'm asked that all the time. Well, I just want to know my purpose, Sharon. Can you help me in session figure out what my soul purpose is? What I'm here to tell you is those gifts that you've been given, those gifts that you innately have, whether it's you were born into this world with a gift of music, or you were born into this world with a gift of discernment of information, or you were born of this world to just love children and to understand children in a different way. You know who you are. We've just let the world make us forget because we're told that we're supposed to do this and we're supposed to be that way and success looks like that and this is what happiness is. But the truth of the matter is happiness is within. And if we can do that soul work and we can find who we truly are, quiet the noise of this world, that's where raising vibrations, true love lives in, and that's where the soul work happens. We have to start with ourselves, and then we can spread it to the world. Slow down this week if you can. Find that emotion that you're sitting in. Ask yourself why, and then quiet yourself enough to listen. Is it yours, or is it the outside noise of the world that's creating that negative emotion within you? Do your work, spread your love, and as always, please